hanging out with my pal Tommy Rant right here. What's up? Now, I heard a little rumor from Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, that you snore.
What?
That's what he told me.
First off, if that bus is paying attention to me while I'm sleeping, that ain't strictly business. That's strictly weird.
That is kind of weird, right?
I ain't about that. Where'd you hear that from him? Her?
From him.
Her. Yeah. Listen, Buster. Listen, Chooch. You got my number. You know the time. Slime time.
Careful, Brandon Beretta is really good at suplexing big fat asses, so he might get you back, but you've been losing weight, so.
You look great.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, thank you, Tommy Red, and Slimeball Sage over there.
On November 15th, at Big Event, I'll be there. And I can't wait to see all you cutesies so we can take some selfies, sign some autographs, and I'm just so excited. So I'll see you guys there. Mwah!
I'm hanging out with Abaddon, who just went through hell, really, in a casket with Amity LaVey. What are your thoughts on the match?
What are my thoughts? She's a tough son of a bitch, I will say that. But she didn't kill me. She needs to try a little bit harder next time. Really sink those skewers in, you know what I mean? A little deeper than this little flesh wound that she gave me. But that casket closing on her was music to my ears. I told you I was gonna bury her. And then little Miss Martinez wants to put her nose in my business. She want to mess with me? I'll give her everything I got.
All right, thank you, Abaddon, for a moment of your time.
Yo, they call me Dank, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Dank move. Mic check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, and still the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows, lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today I have a very special returning guest. Let me bring to you my good pal, the one and only Grayson Beckett. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you for having me back. You know, word on the street is it's been a year to the day and hour since the last time I was on here. And
wow.
And I heard from associates of yours that I was suspended for some comments that I had made, but glad to be back.
Okay. News to me that you
have my sources. I have my sources, and I got to protect them under the HIPAA law. I guess, but
I don't think that applies.
But anyway, it's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. I hope you've been well.
Yes, I mean, I'm a little under the weather. If you can tell, my voice is a little deeper than normal, but I'm hanging in there, and I'm glad you were able to come back. So tell us where you've been the last year. What's going on?
Man, you know, last year's been kind of a journey, like, you know, between a move and back in September, I actually had surgery on my rotator cuff and had my bicep reattached and did a clean out on it. I injured it back in January of 2024, and I continued to wrestle on it, and it got to the point where it was like, hey, when I'm hurting washing dishes, That's a problem. When anytime I would take a bump in the ring and it pop out of the socket,
Right.
that's a problem. And so for the safety of me and like even other performers, like even the people I like that I'm not trying to hurt, I just want to beat.
Yeah.
I had to step away and get this surgery, but now I can do that. And they wanted me at week 12, and I'm doing that at week 8, week 9. So hopefully ready to get back to strength training, and then who knows from there, maybe some ring training and all that,
Gotcha.
and knock off the cobwebs. But other than that, that's been pretty much all I've been up to right now, is just moving and recovery. And in between that, it's just been filling my time skating and other various activities.
That's awesome. Awesome. You're occupying your time
Yeah.
productively. So tell me, what do you want to do when you come back to full time to wrestling? What are some goals you want to set for yourself?
Well, I mean, right now it's just like, hey, I kind of want to come back, and I want to have that same Grayson Beckett charm, but maybe in a different light. I'm an old man now. The doctor said I had the shoulder of a 50-year-old man, and so maybe I might have that my first Terry Funk retirement run. Uh, I love the Funker rip.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah. But I mean, that's I just kind of want to come back better than I was before. And like I said, wrestling, and then just taking bumps and my shoulder popping out of the socket. I mean, that destroyed me up here. So that's been like, now it's like I want to clear this out and then focus on the task at hand. I know that in some aspects, like I've got some unfinished business with people, like I got to get that win back from Garth Mahoney, because that was my last match. I know there's a certain individual out there that, while I did turn my back on them in another promotion and APW, I extended an apology to Garth Mahoney. There you go.
There he is.
So, when I offered the apology, I offered him a free shot. And you know what? They took their shot. We're even. So, William Blackwell, if you're out there listening, that shot you took, we're even now. Clean slate. It's so, now that the slate is cleaned, maybe we can start over.
Okay.
But who knows, man? The psyche of that gentleman is a wild one, nonetheless.
Let's talk about the Smitty coming up.
Oh yeah,
APW.
That's APW's WrestleMania. Like Smitty's in the title. That's the reason that we're all there celebrating his life. I still, when I moved to this new place, I had to downsize a lot of my shelf spacing. But over there on the shelf next to me, I've got his bandana from the Smitty. Like when I was like, what can I put on the shelf? That was a no-brainer. The last Smitty show, I resorted to some tactics that, or tried to, and it cost me dearly, which was the show before I choked out his best friend with that said bandana.
Oh, wow.
To do what I could to get the win. And, as Coach Luther says, you get out there and win. And if you don't win, then you're going to come back and I'm going to have to kick the crap out of you for losing. Then I'm going to have to go kick the crap out of the person that beat you for kicking the crap out of you. Then I'm going to kick the crap out of you again for me having to go finish what you started. So
that's a lot of ass kicking.
Yeah, a whole lot of hostility for such an older gentleman. I mean, Coach Luther's seen it all, man. He's seen World War I, World War II, Korea, Tupac and Biggie. He has seen it all.
He said Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
Karina says, I don't think William is going to say yes.
I don't blame him. I did some pretty crummy things to him. I mean, I beat him up, and I mean, our submission match at APW, I tried to break his neck right at the start. I gave him a back suplex on the barricade. So,
Oof. Tough, tough, tough. All right. Also in attendance, Ricky Morton will be there live.
oh yeah, he'll be there, and I think before, if I'm not mistaken, he's hosting a seminar that sold out. But I mean, for those attending the seminar, you're getting generational talent. Especially if you're a babyface. What do they say? Sell like Ricky Morton. You know,
That's right.
and so I mean, to get his insight is going to be great too. And so I mean, and like I said, ringside ticks $20,
20
general
bucks.
admission 10. You know
Cheap.
what? It's just 10 more bucks. Swing for it. You know why? Ringside, you get them high fives, man, slapping the crowd. However, if I was Ricky, I wouldn't want to be touching any hands in West Memphis, Mariana, Northeast Arkansas, none of those slop hogs.
Also in action, his son Kerry Morton versus Buck Skinner.
So I've seen Kerry Morton. He can go. I've been in the ring with Buck Skinner twice, and I know for a fact that he can go. So this is one you don't want to miss because I mean, he's up and coming, and so is Kerry.
Right.
However, Buck is like 6'8". That dude's a giant. So Kerry's gonna have his work cut out for him. But I mean, if he picks up anything from his father, it's definitely that resilience.
I just paid for the wrong webcam.
Man, Sam, I'm sorry that you really paid for that. I'll refund you your money later.
Oh man. Right, Sam. Sorry about that.
But yeah.
Oh, look at that! Superstar Bill Dundee will be there.
Hey man, one of my he's been down Brooks Road a few times or whatever in Memphis with me. Actually, I've met Bill Dundee a couple times in other companies, and he is actually the trainer and mentor that I know for a fact of Sir Buster Cherry, Ricky Kennedy, Lil Bubby Child. He's got the. So, I mean, you're getting all these generational talents that kind of paved the way for the Southern Territories for sure. I know one in tag team wrestling, and then two, you had Dundee and, Wahoo and Dusty and Lawler all together in that territory as well. So, I mean, even if it's just a meet and greet, ask a question, and I'm pretty sure he'll answer it for you.
True. True. What are your thoughts on the current territories out there from NWA?
So, I'm glad to see the territory system coming back. There are some talents there that I feel could be utilized more. The real downside of it, I mean, I'm glad because it's kind of brought the territories back in that aspect, in my opinion. I think the pandemic really hurt NWA because they were off to a great start with power, and then the pandemic hit, you know. But I mean, we had, Eli Drake, famously known as LA Knight. Now, you had Nick Aldis, you had Wade Barrett when he was Stu Bennett, and right before the pandemic hit, I mean, they were working on Carneyland, and all I remember is Stu Bennett, welcome to Carneyland.
Right.
So, I think they can go up from here because there's a lot of talent out there that isn't getting seen.
A lot of talent.
And they're getting picked up there. And I know a few of those guys that were originally on Control Your Narrative that before that ended up, blowing up. And I don't know a whole lot about it. I do know that some of the talents there were kind of burned by it. So, I mean, this is kind of a breath of fresh air for them. And that makes me happy for them that, like, hey, after what happens in certain areas, whether it be sour or not, one bad experience with one company can almost sour your whole thing on the whole sport in general.
Yeah.
Uh, I think we've all kind of been guilty of it at one point or another. Uh, Sometimes you just got to look at it as, hey, it's another show. And so I'm glad to see that there are people that are getting seen and noticed on NWA's current roster. And so and there's even referees too that I've had the privilege to work with. They're getting to do that roster as well and work and rep for those shows. So,
Uh,
like I said, they can only go up. But like any wrestling thing, you got to promote, promote, promote. So, uh,
is there any standouts that pop to you when you think of NWA? I got a couple
so
of friends in NWA, so there's some standouts
so
in my mind.
I had the privilege of meeting him not too long ago, and that was Leo Fox. Uh, Leo Fox was a gentleman the whole time I talked to him, and
Right.
we BS'd in the locker room at King of Sports in Texas, and so I think they're going to be in good hands. Seeing a guy like
Mhm.
Leo Fox and hearing his story, I believe he's tagging with Colt Kilbane right now, and if I'm correct, because I keep up with so much wrestling that I like get lost on who's who at the moment. But I think he's tagging with Kilbane, and I've been in the ring with Kilbane. That's another talent that he's a brute, and he's really come into his own over time. So those are like my standouts.
All right, awesome. I got a couple friends, tag team friends. The Slime Balls were up here from New York, and
Yeah.
the Kazanas as well.
Oh, see, Blackwell actually met Kazana over in Europe last year, and he was telling me
Yeah,
stories
he
about
did a
the
tour.
guy.
Yeah, AJ. Yeah,
And so it's like Kazana sounds like an interesting guy that I would
uh,
actually like to meet in person too.
he's
Uh,
larger than life. Trust me.
oh, I wouldn't doubt it with the story that Will's told me. Yeah, that seems about right up his alley. And if he's about the BSing and shooting the breeze, you know what? I never shut up even when I'm sleeping. So
Really good family over there, the Kazanas. All right, we got a question from Serena. Who from APW do you think should get a shot to be in the NWA? That is a great question. Actually.
well, we have a talent of people. I think Buck Skinner would be one of my first guesses over there. But I'll go out on a limb and say that Geo Savage is another one. Even though he is my frenemy in pro wrestling, William Blackwell, like you see some technicians, but this guy studies every kind of in-ring technician you can think of. So he's got, like he can wrestle a British style. So he's got that Billy Robinson in his rapport, and then he's got Terry Rudge, Johnny Saint. He studies guys like that too. So William Blackwell would be another one, and I think Geo Savage would be Geo Savage, and then Abrion Gray would be a great addition. He's been on APW a few times. Uh, that's I mean, there's so much potential in this locker room, but those like the standout people there's a reason they're standout people. And that's because they go out there and deliver it every time. Uh, you know,
100%.
so and I mean that's who I would like to see at least get their opportunity. Because even if they don't get their opportunities, damn it, give them their flowers while they're here. Because I mean, they're gonna kill it in whatever they do.
Yeah, awesome. Let's talk about the ladies. We got Kelsey Magnolia versus Nyx coming up
So
on
I'm
November 15th.
so I'm new to Kelsey Magnolia. I've watched a couple of her matches, just kind of get a feel of her style.
Hmm.
Nyx she's vicious. She was their workhorse champion for quite a bit. Until one of my squad mates and coaches all-star team. They beat her for it fair and square. And, maybe this will be a step in the right direction for her to come back and reclaim that workhorse championship. But she's got to get through Kelsey Magnolia and the tenacity of Kelsey to get to it. And, it's Arkansas doesn't get a whole lot of women's wrestling, so this is definitely kind of like this is going to be a treat.
This is a big deal, right?
Yeah, a lot of intergender wrestling, but not a whole lot of women's wrestling. So I mean, hey, we've got Dundee, we've got both the Mortons. The ticket's already paid for itself. Ringside $20, general admission $10. Shameless plug there, and you get women's wrestling.
What?
Sweet. Hell yeah.
100% agree with you, man. Women's wrestling. Oh, Herb Simmons, owner of SICW. Kelsey is terrific. Thank you, Herb.
Hey, Herb. Thank you for joining us. I got to get with you about paying a visit to SICW soon.
Yeah, another great promotion.
Oh yeah, there's a friend of mine, I believe, is a ref there, but he was a manager at another company in Georgia.
Okay.
And when I say a friend, I've met him a couple times, but I mean Andy, he's a character.
Right.
So,
yes, definitely one of my promotions that has helped this podcast grow, and I will be there sometime next year, filming an episode of my vlog. So.
Oh, bet.
Appreciate Herb and his guidance helping us. All right, we talked about Kerry. What else we got here? Well, tell me what the Smitty Memorial means for you, Grayson.
So when I was wrestling at OCW, that's when I met Smitty. But I got to meet outside of meeting Smitty, the wrestler. I met Lance Smith, the man, and hearing the stories of the stuff he's done for various wrestlers there, I liked him anyway, but it's like, how could I not respect him?
Right.
And when FGA first came to APW, he was welcoming, and he was always so good to us, and it's like I was a big fan of Halloween, and then unfortunately Halloween was when we lost him. So it's kind of like it's that cloud that shadows over. But I know like he would enjoy the product in general. Like I said, it's so funny because me and Will would do some kind of antic, and we would come to the back. And I mean, he was already red-faced in general, but he had a bald head. So by the time we got back there, it was just Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, laughter, and so it's like, you get to the back, you kind of look around to see the boys too after you've done the crowd work.
Right.
It's you get to the back, see the boys, and talk and interact. How was it? And that him not being there, it's like you still want him to be there, but it's not, and it's I miss him. It's just because he was also funny too. Because like me, I make dad jokes and he'd tell me shut up or get out of here.
Oh.
And that's so I know he's greatly missed for sure.
100%.
So for everybody that's planning on going, I will say show your love for Smitty. Cheer for Smitty, and whatever you believe, man, just chant his name loud so we can hear you.
100%, Grayson. Man, I appreciate your memories of Smitty and for joining us tonight for this very special episode as we promote APW's Smitty Memorial. This Smitty, November 15th. Get your tickets now. $20, like you said, ringside. A really great deal. General admission, $10. Even better deal. Can't get those prices up here in New York, Grayson.
Oh,
for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I will say this. $20 to see Coach's All-Star squad too. Like you got those names, but
Yeah.
you got Coach's All-Star squad. Floyd Flair, Big Bo Radix, the assistant coach Grayson Beckett. You know,
Awesome.
that's a $1 million team.
That is $1
You
million
know,
team.
it should be signed, but we're not because we're too busy at APW handling business, being champions. Well, they are. I could be a champion too, but this. So for right now, I'll be a champion in everyone else's hearts and minds.
All right, Grayson. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
All right, man. So you could follow me on my Instagram at the Grayson Beckett, Facebook Grayson Beckett, or if you're into the whole brevity thing, Duder, his dudeness, or El Duderino, you could just find Cody Downs on Facebook and shoot me a friend request, and I'll shoot the breeze with you. Just don't say weird stuff unless you want some really unhinged stuff said back. So,
I agree with you on that one.
oh
All
yeah,
right. As for me, I'm going to be back tomorrow night with the APW Tag Team Champs, The Storm, joining me.
excellent tag team. Been in the ring with them. They were a legitimate threat to FGA at one point. So I mean, to see them on top with gold, Night Train is a former APW heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then Prince Adonis he's a madman and he's held gold everywhere he's went. So it's only fitting that former champions Sam, shh. My mom's watching.
Also tomorrow night, I'll be joined by the owner of Time Championship Wrestling, Billy Fetsky, and we're going to have some surprise guests joining us for that as well. Then this Saturday, I'm going to be at Championship Entertainment Productions, Grudge in Greenport. The Sandman from ECW and Bill Alfonso will be there joining us, as well as NWA's Natalie Markova, who's the current women's champion, and she goes up against my best friend, Emily LeVay. Get your tickets for that event for this Saturday. ASAP.
As soon as possible.
It's not $20 though for ringside though.
No, it isn't. But you got to think, semantics, location, and
That's right.
and you're up there in New York, my man. Like stuff ain't cheap there.
It ain't cheap, 100%. After that, I will be at Big Event on November 15th. I will be hanging out with DNS Wrestling Collectibles, as we will have some talent signing autographs, taking pictures, and all that stuff. Izzy Moreno will be joining us at our table. The Ultimate Athlete J-Rod, former OVW Women's Champion and current American Gladiator J-Rod, will be with us. The Mexican Barbie, Lulu Lorena, my good pal Lulu. And JCW's The Outbreak, the new JCW Tag Team Champions, will be there with Barnabas.
Phenomenal tag team. Also shared the ring with them. Good things to come still.
Good things still to come.
With them. Like they're only going up from here.
JCW's on fire. They just hired Vince Russo with them, and Matt Cardona is their new JCW World Champion.
Oh, for sure. It's like it's so weird that you have the promotions. I mean, JCW's been around for like 25 years. I remember it being Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Right.
Finding their little DVDs at like a Hastings and stuff and watching it. So it's like to see like how them and then JCW wrestling in Jersey and then, GCW, like those three it's like they're battling for who can get Cardona or the coolest talent right now to be the top U.S. indie.
Yeah, 100%. Also, want to do one more. I want to support my friends at NYWC as they got Draw the Line November 22nd. The NYWC Starlight Championships on the line as NWA's Kylie Lexa, the current champion, takes on Sammy Chaos and Ruthless Lala in a triple threat match. Get your tickets, NYWC Pro Wrestling.com. Oh, a lot of stuff going on, Grayson.
Oh yeah, as I say, if you're a wrestling fan and don't know where to find live wrestling, like man, you could throw a rock and it's probably right next to you and you not know it.
Probably.
Just because like some places they either have trouble with promotion or like you don't really see it a whole lot, and it's like, look, live wrestling events. You watch TV, you don't hear their bones crunching, their bodies hit the mats. You go to a live wrestling event, you hear it all.
Yeah.
You hear it all.
You
You
hear
get to
everything
see it all. There's nothing like live wrestling,
up
and
close
it's
and
like,
personal.
yeah, not a bad way to spend your money either. Like if you got a family, take the kids out to it, man. Kids love action.
They do love action.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I like action. I like watching people getting beat up, and I like beating people up when I was able to. So
That's right, Serena. We have APW owner Ricky Kennedy this Sunday at 8 p.m. as well. And I don't have his flyer with me right now, but we do have Garth joining us next Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
the king of the trailer park.
The king of the trailer park. So,
Also, fun fact about Garth that not a lot of people know. I brought my skateboard to a show one day before we opened the doors. I watched this guy do a kickflip on it. So,
my
dude,
goodness.
I know, man. They got those trailer park like skate parks too, man. He told me he built one for like a lady with 9 kids. 9 kids. He's like, built a skate park, Garth Mahoney, man. And it's like, listen, he's the king of the trailer park. He's a ladies' man. Smells bad though. How it's that musk.
It's got to be.
Yeah, man.
He invited me to. He invited me to stay there, but I think he said something about an outhouse. I don't know what that means, but I don't think that's for me.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think it's there anymore unless he built it, because I made sure that when he was in it to kick it over because he beat me and I was being petty.
Right.
So it was kind of a stinky situation that we got ourselves into, and I had to pay a $50 fine, and I had to buy a new well pump for all the trailers in the park. So,
oh my God,
not cheap. I got a year suspension from here. Fined for kicking over an outhouse. Which, why would you need if you've got well pumps? Why would you need an outhouse? I have no idea.
Oh my God, Serena, we got to talk about his suspension. You didn't tell me anything about this.
Oh yeah, she I let it slip. Yeah, she was like, "Oh yeah, you were suspended," and I'm like, I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know. But luckily, I didn't have a fine for that. Thank goodness.
All right, everybody, have a good night, Grayson.
Hey, good night.
Hang on for a minute, everybody else. I'll see you back tomorrow with the Storm and TCW owner Billy Fett.